The 808 comes in on the verse only. And I think the bridge, but we'll do 808 first. I think I compressed this to reach about 6 dB of compression, same ratio, same attack, knee, release. The attack, release, and knee will all be the same pretty much for all these examples. So let's listen to this 808-ish kick that comes in on the verse without compression, then I'll engage midway through. Engaging compressor. So as you hear, it's pretty dramatic difference. The 808 was very big and flabby, at least to my ear. And I wanted the compressor to just tighten it up real good. So I compressed it fairly decently at 6 dB. And that attack should smooth off the initial transient, because I really don't want it to take up too much of the low end, because the bass is also going to be playing at the same time as well. And bass frequencies and kick drums and 808s, they all fight the same frequency. So it's pretty much of a chess game, which one is going to have the shine and which one isn't. So let's hear that again. Again, you're listening to the kind of looseness of the 808, and you're going to be listening to the tightness of the 808 once we engage the compressor. Here we go. This is without compression. Here's with compression. There you go. So now let's move on to the EQ. So what I did here, I did kind of a similar trick I did with the bass line, where I low passed it about 150, because I didn't want all that high end in the 808. I just wanted the low end boom. Again, I high passed it about 30 hertz, and we gave it a little boost, same frequency as the kick, about 1 dB. I didn't need too much because it was already a powerful 808 kick. I don't like to over EQ my kicks if the original sound source sounds great as it is. It's unnecessary. I'm about keeping signals natural. Now, if you need to fix it, that's another thing. But if it sounds good from the start, and that's what attracted you to the sound, into choosing that sound in the first place, you run with it and keep it as natural as possible. So now let's listen to the 808 with compression, without the EQ changes I've made. And you're going to listen to it go from still a solid 808, but it's going to have a lot less high end, a lot more low end to it. Here we go. I'm going to disengage it first. We're going to listen to it with the EQ not engaged. I'll let it roll for 4 bars, and then I'll engage it again. Here's with the EQ. Drastic difference, as you can hear. A lot less high end, just straight low end boom. And getting rid of a lot of that 30 and increasing it at the frequency that I liked at 64 was what sounded nice to my ear. So if you didn't quite hear that and get it the first time, rewind that section back, listen to it again, and make sure you hear it, because there is definitely a difference. So now let's move on to the claps, and the claps only show up again in the verse. So here we go. We're gonna listen to the clap again. I think I got about 3 dB of gain reduction on the threshold. I got a 4 to 1 ratio. Same attack, same release. Makeup game obviously is gonna be a little bit different depending on the threshold. And I have a soft knee. So we're gonna listen to the claps without compression. Here we go. And then I'll engage the compressor midway through. Here's with it engaged. So as you can hear, and if you didn't hear it, you can rewind it back. You should hear a snappiness in the claps. You should hear it more focused, tight sound. Before the engaging of the compressor, you heard it a little bit more loose. It was a little bit more just kind of all over the place. This just tightens up the claps a little bit. Let's hear it one more time. I'm going to disengage it, play 4 bars, engage it, and just listen out for the difference. It's okay if you don't hear it the first time. It takes a while for your ears to be trained to listen to the differences, but there is a difference. Here we go. So now we engage it. So there you go, folks. Like I said, if you don't hear the difference, you can just rewind it until you hear the difference. With the compression in, kind of brings up a lot of the low end little air fizzle, kind of, I guess, distortion type high end to it, and compresses it at the same time, brings it out, brings out the little bit of the body. I'm only compressing 3 dB, so it's not that much, but it's noticeable. So now let's move back to the EQ. I pretty much use the same EQ settings that I did in my snare. A couple dB is 6K, that's what sounded good to my ear. 40 dB high pass, 40 hertz high pass. And we'll listen to this without EQ. I'll roll it 4 bars, and you can listen to it, and I'll engage the EQ. EQ engaged. So there you go. You should hear it a little more high in detail. It'll clean up of the low end a little bit. So now let's play the kick. Let's play pretty much, well, you're not going to hear the kick and the snare because they don't come in, but we'll hear the, what you're going to hear is the 808, the claps, the bass, and I believe a little bit of the crashes at the end. And I'll play it without, let's play it without, we'll play it without disengage compression and EQ, and then we'll engage it. Here we go. Engaging. So you should definitely hear a difference in how much more solid and smooth it sounds.